Hey everyone, what is going on? So we have another shoutcast for you today, and we are shoutcasting Masquerain. Now, everybody is hyped over the new move Lunge, which Galvantula gets, right? But did you know that Masquerain actually also gets Lunge as well? So we're going to take a look at these battles that were submitted to me. I think there's 2 sets in here. I don't know how this trainer does. He submitted content to me before. So we're going to go ahead and take a look and see how it performs and see if it can stand up to Galvantula's strength. It doesn't have Volt Switch, but, it does have that Lunge attack, and it looks like he's also running Ominous Wind. So let's go ahead and take a look. So going to be able to get to another Lunge, getting to it really fast actually. So going to go ahead and go for it. Lunge is such a powerful move that Sableye will actually shield and go for an attack. Oops, looked like a little bit of an error, but I guess the Masquerain didn't want to shield. Able to live that because of the double Lunge debuffs, but still the Sableye did knock it out. In comes Swampert. So Swampert is probably looking to farm down, definitely able to take this attack. It was debuffed. Even if it wasn't, it could still take it, but it would do a lot more. So Swampert will farm down, and in comes Azumel. So it looks like this Swampert is going to go ahead and go straight Sludge Wave. So let's see what the Azumel decides to do. Okay, picking up the last shield. Very nice. This Swampert will be able to get to a Sludge Wave, but an attack is coming out first, so Swampert is going to go ahead and shield. Now you might have to watch out for the switch. Okay, yeah, switching to catch the Sludge Wave. I almost said Sludge Bomb, so nice switch on the opponent's end. That's what I was thinking might happen, but luckily Galarian Stunfisk is in the back, so an Earthquake will be able to knock out this Probopass. Rock Slide coming out, not going to do anything, neither is Thunderbolt, so you could farm up to max energy and then go ahead and go for the Earthquake. Or let's see what happens. So going to go ahead and go for that Rock Slide. Stunfisk is able to get it. Actually going for the Rock Slide. Wow, the opponent is out of shields. So maybe just looking to farm down. Oh, okay. Going for another Rock Slide. At that point, I think I would have just farmed down. But I guess you can go for the Rock Slide and still farm down. So I guess that was a good play. I actually understand what they were doing. That was actually a good play. Instead of going for the Earthquake, farm up energy and try to get to another Earthquake to go into the Azumel. So that was actually a really good play, because at the end of the day, Stunfisk can take all of the attacks coming from Probopass, right? It doesn't matter what it had. Even if it had Magnet Bomb, which it might, could have taken it. So Ice Beam going into Galarian Stunfisk, but the Stunfisk will be able to get to another Earthquake and just finish the game with that Galarian Stunfisk. So beautiful game. Azu goes down, and that is just a really well played game. The opponent did make a beautiful switch, but he was able to turn it around because that Stunfisk completely walls Probopass entirely, right? It walls it more than it walls Bastiodon, So, okay, going up against Top Snorlax, so really nice name, I like that. And this should be favorable for Masquerain. I have seen a lot of Shiftry leads, honestly. Not a lot, but like a decent amount. Probably because there's more and more Swampert leads. So it makes sense. So going to go ahead and go for the Leaf Blade. Okay, maybe a bait, but the Lunge is coming out from Masquerain, which will knock out Shiftry. Shiftry is going to go down easily. Out comes Galarian Stunfisk. Okay, Masquerain is switching out. In comes Shadow Zapdos. Look at that spice, Shadow Zapdos. I actually used to love this Pokemon when it first came out. Not when it first came out, but like when the Shadows got the buff. I thought it was pretty good, but then Galarian Stunfisk came out. I'm like, that Pokemon's gonna wall Zapdos. I don't know anymore. But okay, we're seeing it now. So it's still doing a lot of damage to the Swampert. So Swampert is going to go for the Hydro Cannon, picking up the shield from that Shadow Zapdos. Shadow Zapdos will go for a charge attack, and down will go that Swampert. And you definitely have to bring in that Stunfisk, as I mentioned. So is he going to go immediately for it? Maybe not. This Shadow Zapdos will go for a charge attack. Let's see how much it does. Drill Peck. Okay. I mean, I guess that's okay damage. But, nothing compared to what the Stunfisk will do with Rock Slide. It's just going to outright knock it out. In comes an imposing Galarian Stunfisk, going for a charge attack. This Stunfisk will go ahead and shield, cannot take an Earthquake. Going to be the bait, so now this Galarian Stunfisk is able to get to Earthquake. This is probably just enough. If he gets an excellent... Okay, only hitting the Great, that's still... No, it's not enough. It's not enough, but that's okay. Probably going to let it go. Yep, going to let it go. Going to be the Earthquake. I didn't think it was Earthquake, but nonetheless, in comes Masquerain to finish it off anyway. So, really nice, right? So let's see how the next game goes. But yeah, this trainer is, as you can see, level 6. But again, this is the new season, so level 6 or rank 6 is a high rank, right? Okay, so this is not a good matchup. So going to go ahead and bail into Swampert. That Marowak will switch into Azu. So Azu is going to be hit with the Sludge Wave. Will it shield? It might shield this. We'll have to see. If it shields it. Azumarill can take it. Okay, the Azumarill decides to take it. Perhaps calling a bait. Okay, can't get to the Hydro Cannon. Swampert is going to go ahead and shield this to try and win switch. Ooh, going to be a Hydro Pump. Nice shield coming in from that Swampert. Swampert is going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon. Will the Azumarill shield? No, almost fainting it. It looks like it actually did faint it. But in comes Abomasnow. Okay, so Abomasnow gonna be a pretty good counter to Swampert, but at the end of the day, Swampert already did its job, so it doesn't matter. Actually picking up the shield, that Abomasnow, I guess, was afraid of the Sludge Wave, so it makes sense if you think about it. So Swampert goes down. What do you bring in? I guess Galarian Stunfisk? No, Masquerain? Okay, Masquerain's still taking a lot of damage, but the Lunge will probably knock out the Abomasnow, so I could totally see it. Let's see. Okay, picking up a shield, that's nice. Lowering the attack as well because it is guaranteed. I absolutely love Lunge. I'm honestly excited for more Pokemon to get it, to be honest with you. But okay, switching into the Alolan Marowak, the Masquerain will switch into Galarian Stunfisk. Let's see what this is going to be. Bone Club is super effective. Yep, Bone Club. Still doesn't do that much. Another Bone Club coming out. Okay, adding up with the Fire Spin damage, this Stunfisk is looking to get to an Earthquake. Is able to get it overcharging a little bit, so going to go ahead and go for that Earthquake, which will be knocking out the Alolan Marowak. And in comes that Abomasnow. Can that Stunfisk get to it? No, it cannot. Barely not able to get to it. But can the Masquerain in the back get to a Lunge? We'll have to see how much energy. Oh, he already has it. Okay, so he already has the Lunge, and this Lunge will be finishing off that Abomasnow, as you can see. So really powerful. Wow, I'm loving it. I might actually invest in Masquerain myself, to be honest with you. It's one I had thought about. I just wasn't sure. I mean, nobody's really hyping it up. I haven't really thought too much about it. I've just, I knew it got Lunge. I'm like, that could be pretty good. So Masquerain versus Pelipper. Okay, so Pelipper got a buff last season. So what is it going to do? It looks like it's staying in. It is super effective with wing attack. So yeah, probably just staying in. Masquerain going to shield that Weather Ball. I could take a Weather Ball. I can't really take these fast attacks though, because they are super effective. So going to go ahead and go for the Lunge. That will not be shielded. And Pelipper's going to actually resist that as well. So Swampert's coming in, going for the Hydro Cannon. Again, Pelipper is resisting it, but two of them should be enough. Yeah, one more will be enough. This is probably definitely still a Weather Ball, but Swampert can take it. This Pelipper is absolutely on a rampage, I'm telling you guys. Another Weather Ball coming out. Pelipper, definitely nothing to sleep on as well. It's definitely a very powerful Pokemon. So, okay, here we go. Here comes the Hydro Cannon. Will the Pelipper decide to shield this? Yes, it will. So it looks like this Pelipper is going to farm down as it does. So going to bring in Galarian. No, I stand corrected. Going to bring in Masquerain to take this hit. Going to be a Weather Ball. And then he's going to switch into Galarian Stunfisk. Out comes Deoxys. So Deoxys is doing a lot of damage with counter, but all of its other moves are resisted. So it's actually a pretty good matchup for Stunfisk. Although, yeah, it is still taking a lot of damage from counter. So Deoxys is going to go for a charge attack. You're not going to want to shield up these attacks. I mean, if you could shield up the counters, maybe, but those counters are just going to town. So going with the Earthquake right now. So this Earthquake is going to be neutral, doing a lot of damage. So another charge attack coming out from the defense Deoxys. Going to be the Rock Slide, but again, Stunfisk can take it. Can he get to a Rock Slide? Looks like he's trying to switch. Able to switch. I don't know how he's going to pull this one out. Going to go ahead and go for the Lunge. So that Lunge will be finishing off Deoxys. What is going to come in? Yeah, this game is not looking good, guys. Going to be that Pelipper to finish off the Masquerain. Out comes Galarian Stunfisk to go for the Rock Slide. So this Rock Slide it is going to knock out Pelipper, of course. And then in comes his own Galarian Stunfisk. and that's going to feint down the opposing one. So, not able to win that one. That was a very difficult game. Pelipper definitely did really well for the opponent. But let's see if the next game, how the next game goes, right? So, going to be Masquerain versus Driftblim. Okay, so we'll have to see how this plays out. Obviously, you know, Ominous Wind is super effective. It looks like, oh, he is going for Ominous Wind. Okay, so going to go ahead and go for that Ominous Wind. Again, super effective. Maybe you could possibly get a boost. No boost. I guess one more after the fast attack damage is probably enough. Going to shield that Icy Wind. Maybe not after the Icy Wind, actually. So it probably isn't after that Icy Wind attack. So going to go ahead and go for the Ominous Wind. And this Ominous Wind will get the shield. Tried to switch out, it looked like, but the game didn't allow him to. I hate when that happens. It's so frustrating. But that Icy Wind will knock out Masquerain. In comes Swampert. So Swampert is going to go straight for this Hydro Cannon, not wanting to get hit by an Icy Wind. So that's actually going to be shielded. So picking up both shields. So the opponent does invest both shields into that Driftblim, but this Swampert is going to invest its final shield. And going to go ahead and go straight Hydro Cannon, again, not wanting to be hit with an Icy Wind. Because it would debuff, let alone do decent damage. Okay, so in comes in Azumel, going straight Sludge Wave. The only thing is this Swampert has been debuffed, but still going to go ahead and go for the Sludge Wave. So going for that Sludge Wave right now, still do a lot of damage to the Azumel. As you can see, still doing a lot of damage. In comes Galarian Stunfisk. So an Earthquake will knock out the Azumel, I think, but unfortunately Azumel does get to a charge attack. Ice Beam, Hydro Pump, gonna be that Ice Beam, so at least it wasn't the Hydro Pump. If it was, probably would have knocked out that Stunfisk. Going for that Earthquake that will knock out Azumel. In comes Toxicroak. If he can get to an Earthquake that will knock him out, gonna bail on it and go for the Rock Slide. He couldn't have gotten to it. I feel like Toxicroak would have definitely gotten to the Mud Bomb first. So going for that Rock Slide. In comes Swampert. Unfortunately, that Toxicroak does have enough for a Mud Bomb, so that will knock out the Swampert, and that's going to be a GG's, but really well played as well. And that's the first set, going 3-2, so really powerful set. It looks like he's actually switching the team around, so he's actually leading with Galarian Stunfisk this time. Okay, let's see how it plays out. Is it a better lead? Okay, so not better in terms of the matchup. But let's see what happens. Is he staying in? No, he's trying to switch to catch the move. Unfortunately, didn't catch it. However, the opposing Swampert will still go for the Hydro Cannon or the Earthquake. So it is Hydro Cannon, but the opponent probably has two. Switching into, I did not see what came in. We'll have to see what came in. I didn't see. Okay, Skarmory. So that's actually not a bad matchup for Swampert anyway. So much rather have that, right, than something that totally walls Swampert. So another Hydro Cannon going to be shielded, picking up the first shield from the opponent. So will the Swampert shield this? Yep, Swampert is going to shield the Sky Attack. That's totally fine. Going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon, wanting to win Switch Advantage. I do think Switch Advantage in this game is important. And then Swampert farms down the Skarmory. So really well played. In comes the opposing Swampert. So Swampert is going to go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon. That will get it kind of low. You got to bring in Masquerain at this point, right? I mean, you have to. It's not really good, but you have. Oh no, okay. Going to bring in the Stunfisk and go straight Earthquake just to apply a lot of damage to the Swampert. Will Swampert shield? Yep, Swampert will shield. So going to bail into the Masquerain. So that was pretty good play. Trying to take the final shield and then bring in the Masquerain. I like that play. Going for the Sludge Wave. So in comes Registeel. Oh, okay. So Registeel going to be hit with this charge attack. Going to be Ominous Wind. A boost would help. Oh, getting the boost. Does this matter? I don't think this boost matters because this Flash Cannon is still going to KO. So that boost literally didn't do anything. But that's okay because in comes Galarian Stunfisk. So Galarian Stunfisk will KO with Earthquake. Charging up extra energy. He could have knocked out that Registeel. However, he would have still had to get to another like Earthquake or something, right, for the Pokemon in the back. So may not have won that one anyway, but it was a nice attempt. It was a nice play. So is he switching? Okay, it looks like he's trying Swampert in the lead. Sticking with the same team. I do like this team. It's definitely a very powerful team. I did like Masquerain in the lead, but we'll have to see how it plays out. Picking up a fantastic matchup. The opponent is definitely going to switch. So it's going to switch into Deoxys. Okay, That's actually still a good matchup, but switching into this Masquerain. Masquerain is weak to Rock Slide, so you do have to shield it. Going to be Rock Slide, of course. Going for the Lunge. I may have stayed in with Swampert. Well, I think that switch was actually okay because you do want to keep the Swampert pretty healthy for the Universe Stunfisk in the back, right? So I do think that was a pretty good play, but you could have stayed in as well because Swampert is resisting all of the charge attacks from Deoxys unless if it has Psycho Boost. So either way, but I do think that was a pretty good switch because now you just lowered the attack, I think a couple times, right? So Deoxys will go for a charge attack, but it's been debuffed, so I don't know. It's still going to KO. So in comes Swampert. Swampert is going for the Hydro Cannon. Going to undercharge it. Nice undercharge, able to farm down. And in comes Ferrothorn. That's not good. That is actually a wall to Swampert, unless if you have Earthquake, then you can at least do something. But it's still not good, obviously. In comes Galarian Stunfisk. Galarian Stunfisk charging up. Now, Galarian Stunfisk does well against the Universe Stunfisk because if it can land Earthquake, and it's going to be able to land Earthquake. Universe Stunfisk also does well against the Galarian one, though, because it has Mud Bomb, but since it was able to land Earthquake, that's huge. However, the Mud Bomb is going to come out, so this may not be a great situation, unfortunately. Going to be able to farm down, though. Probably can go for it. Get to it barely. Yep, able to get to it. So this Ferrothorn might be able to farm down, though. We'll see. Oh, never mind. It's not going to be able to. Wow, I actually thought he was going to lose that one. That was a really impressive game. I really thought he was going to lose that at one point. But that was a really fun game. A really good game as well. Really well played. Able to win that one. I thought that Ferrothorn would be able to take the Earthquake a lot better than it did. But, okay. Shadow Gardevoir into Swampert. How is this going to play out? Swampert is going to switch into Galarian Stunfisk. Out comes the Shadow Victreebel. Is this a triple Shadow team? I don't know. Is Houndoom in the back? It might be. Another one might be. Going to be able to pick up the shield. Able to get to another Rock Slide. I'm not sure if he could have made Earthquake. Will the Victreebel shield this, though? It will, so it wouldn't have mattered if he made Earthquake. I guess he would have made Earthquake, but it didn't matter. Almost made a third Rock Slide, actually. So you go into Masquerain, right? Because it should be resisting these attacks, even though it's still doing a lot of damage. So going to be able to take this attack. Going to be Leaf Blade. Yep, able to resist that. Can you farm down? Oh, I feel like you can, but you're going to have to shield this. Yeah, I mean, you'd be able to take the Leaf Blade, but it would still get it really low. Razor Leaf would probably knock out. In comes that Bash Shield on. Out comes Swampert. So, okay, very interesting switch, but let's see, because we know that Victreebel is probably coming in afterwards, so the Victreebel is going to do a lot of damage. So you probably want to charge up enough for at least 2 Hydro Cannons. Who cares if it gets off an attack, right? Just charge up a lot of extra energy. Going to charge up enough for 2.5. Going for 1. Gotta go for another one immediately. That Victreebel just will pick off the Swampert with 1 Razor Leaf. Oh no, going for the Sludge Wave. Wow, able to get it off. I guess because he thought maybe that Gardevoir would come in, which makes sense. But I mean, a Hydro Cannon at that range would have been enough to take out that Victreebel, but I guess it didn't matter. That was a very close game. If he only got off that Lunge, he may have won that one. I'm not really sure. But that was a very good game, nonetheless. I mean, the people don't like those Bastiodon teams, but nicely played, though. I enjoyed that one. So Swampert versus its pre-evolution Marshtomb. Gonna go ahead and go for the Hydro Cannon. So this is gonna be neutral, doing a lot of damage. You can see how much damage that does. A charge attack coming through from the Marshtomb. Swampert going to shield it, going to be Surf. Okay, very interesting shield. Okay, another one coming through. I guess he probably would have had to shield 1 anyway. So going to be Surf, yeah, definitely would have shielded 1. That did a lot more than I thought. So the Hydro Cannon coming out from the Swampert. Will it get a shield? No, it will not. Marshtomb does go down. In comes, Zwelius? How do I pronounce that? Is it Zwelius? I don't really know, but that dragon from the Unova region, I actually got a pretty good IV one. I do want to invest in one myself because I think it's really good. Nonetheless, In comes that Masquerain. So Masquerain does want to get to the Lunge. Will it shield this? Dark Pulse will do a lot. It's going to be Dark Pulse. So correctly shielding it. Looks like he might just farm down. Yeah, he's just going to farm down. Oh, another charge attack coming through. Got a little bit too greedy, my friend. I would have done the same, though. So I think it was a good attempt. In comes Stunfisk. Out comes Jirachi. So Jirachi. Oh, okay. Going to go ahead and go for the Rock Slide against this Jirachi. That will get a shield. That's an awesome way to get it. I thought the opponent wouldn't have shielded, but did go ahead and get that shield. Going to be taking this attack, but the Galarian Stunfisk able to take it. It is a Doom's Desire. Going for the Earthquake. This Earthquake has got to knock it out, right? Yeah, for sure. In comes that Dragon, and just going to be able to win that with Galarian Stunfisk. So really well played, man. Able to win that one. So let's jump into the next game. And we'll see how this one plays out when the match begins. Okay, so here we go. Gonna be Swampert versus another one of those Unova Dragons. What? Zwilius? I don't know, guys. I don't know. So gonna switch out into Galarian Stunfisk. Out comes Azumarill. Okay, so Earthquake will be doing a lot, but it won't be KOing, of course. So we'll have to see if the shield comes out. The shield does come out from Azu. Azu is looking to win this matchup. Going to get off a charge attack. Hydro Pump will knock it out. Galarian Stunfisk will shield this one up. Going to be an Ice Beam, so that's either a bait or the opponent doesn't have Hydro Pump. We don't really know yet. Galarian Stunfisk is going to go for the Earthquake. One more Earthquake will knock out the Azu. Trying to get to it. Able to get to it. The Azu might actually shield this one up. Galarian Stunfisk able to fight back. He does not shield it up. Able to knock out the Azu. In comes the opposing Galarian Stunfisk. There's no way. He is going to make it. Because the opponent tried to farm down. So the opponent does have to shield this. And then they should be able to farm down. Yeah. Oh, not going to farm down. Okay. Very interesting. The opponent could have definitely farmed down. But that's fine. In comes Swampert. Swampert going to be hit with a Rock Slide. I think it's Rock Slide. Yeah, gonna be Rock Slide. Didn't have enough energy for Earthquake. Switching out into Zwilius. Gonna go ahead and go for a Body Slam, maybe? Oh, Swampert does shield that one up. It was a Body Slam. In comes Masquerain. Masquerain looking to get to the Lunge. Able to get to it before a charge attack comes through. So that's actually really huge. Going to be super effective. That will knock it out. In comes Galarian Stunfisk. Trying to get to another one to lower that attack. Yep, going to go ahead and go for it. It is resisted, totally fine. Just want to lower the attack, right, as much as possible. Trying to lower it again. The Rock Slide is going to come out. With the debuff, this should still be enough. So it is. But that Swampert does have the Hydro Cannon, so the Hydro Cannon will be enough to knock out the Galarian Stunfisk and take that game. And that's going to be it for this one, guys. See you in the next video. Bye.